Alright, so didn't do Friday's video, so where we at? Is it Thursday, Friday? So gonna go over Friday's move, today's move, my last week review, and just a bit of insight into what I think is going to happen this week. So start on a weekly. Now, I'm either expecting us to take previous weekly high and push down, or this is the start of a bullish cycle upwards, especially with this 90-day tariff pause going on. On Friday's move, we had a bit of a bullish day. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't trade on Friday. I was just marking out bits on the chart. Where are we at? Yeah, so looking at this, it's a bit messy, you know. Come up. It's just a bit of a choppy day, to be honest. I wasn't really keen on trading it, and it's Friday as well, so I just left it. You don't have to trade every single day. So yeah, we had this sell side liquidity. That would have been the target, you know. Create this inverse fair value gap after sweeping this highs, these equal highs here, right before, well, at 8:30. Come down 9:30, manipulate up, due to swing, come down, take this sell side. Pretty simple move, to be honest. I'm not liking how the chart is moving, and I changed the time frames. 3 minute. What are we looking at here? I think it was under 1 minute the entry, to be honest. Oh god, that's very not ideal. Fucking hell. Right, let's just switch out that, drag it back to Friday. So that's today's session. My god, come on. Here we go. Alright. So as you can see, there's a lot of chipping and shopping going on here. Right, so trade up into that inverse fair value gap. You know, you can enter here if you wanted, go short. One standard deviation of this range. So yeah, it's been a few days. I can't actually fully remember what I was up to. So we had these highs here that got taken on the way up into the start of the session, and then following that, you know, we displaced down here pretty nicely. I'm not sure why I marked that candle out of all of them. It's probably on a higher time frame. Retrace back up into it. This will just be to, you know, take anyone else out. And just a bit chop coming down, and then sweep that sell side. 10:23. When did this take place? 10 o'clock reversal. So you come down, bang, fill this imbalance here, push back up, fill in all of this just in case. One final sweep of this. Tap this inverse again. Once you see that, as there's not really any well, we displaced through that, I suppose. You could enter here, go short there, stop above here, or you could enter here, stop above here, and that would have been an average move. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling the price action on Friday. It was just like, wasn't massively obvious at the time. Although looking at this, it does seem a bit clear, doesn't it? Yeah, but you know, it's fine. And then what are we looking at today? Today is a bit more, well, initially bullish. Actually, not really. No, when you look at the daily candle, like we've come up over the weekend, or at least Sunday. come up above opening price, up above opening price, up above opening price. So, you know, what's this, 7:15, 8 o'clock, and then, you know, manipulate up from, where are we going, 8:30, manipulate up. I think we took a high somewhere. So this wick takes, yeah, so we swept this high here. There might be an imbalance up here on a different time frame. I'm not going to go into it just because it'll move me to a random spot on the chart. But yeah, I was feeling a bit more bearish today with this setup, as we do have an order block here, and on Nasdaq you got a little gap here. So I was looking for price to come fill that in, and it has. So yeah, I mean, to be honest, looking at this, it's a pretty nice setup. You know, I've done the fib to, is it the 15-minute? So the fib is this range here, this manipulation range, the bodies of the candles. And as we just swept the high there, you know, we displaced down on the 5-minute. See all this, order block here, displace all of that. Quick sweep of these, equal lows. Retrace, so you could have got in here short, but ideally, you know, it doesn't actually matter where you get in, as long as you're in, like, off the order block here. And then you've got this inverse fair value gap as well, so you've got two confluences right there, plus we just swept highs and displace. So that's pretty much the setup. Fib to the manipulation range, and yeah, bearish sweep today, go short, stops just above this high, and then target 1 standard deviation for, I think, what was it, like 4 to 1? So look, to view it to go for 1, yeah, 3.8 to 1. So that would have been a nice move. I just lined this up down on 2 standard deviations just to see if we retrace in the lunch hour like we're in now. There's a 1-minute inverse fair value gap here. I'm wondering if we retrace to this and then continue down to take 2 standard deviations, but you know, it all depends. I'm just collecting data at the moment. This is yet another thing that enforces my my model. You know, sweep highs, or sweep liquidity, displace. You got order block or fair value gap. In this case, we have both. Fib on a manipulation range. Enter any OTE if it lines up with this, which it does. Stop above there and target 1 standard deviation. So yeah, that 1 standard deviation lines up with that gap that I showed you on Nasdaq just a moment ago. So that was another reason why that would have been a potential target. Going to be looking into possibly scaling up my positions a bit more, adding a bit more risk to trades, just whilst I've got a smaller balance. I won't be adding much more, you know, instead of 1% risk or like 0.5% risk, maybe doing like 2% risk, something like that. Yeah, 1.8. So if you did that today, you know, that's like a 300 quid move instead of like a 150, 200 quid move. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, just focus on that. In order to do so, I need to get my habits in check, start focusing a bit more, hold myself a bit more accountable before I do that, so I can hold myself a bit more accountable on the charts and have more trust in my trading. Recently, I've not been as focused as, you know, if you go back earlier on my channels where I've got all these vlogs going on. I was hyper focused at that point, and I've sort of slacked off a little bit, so that's on me. Hence why I'm, you know, trading with lower position sizes at the moment. But yeah, it's one of those, if you're not taking care of yourself, not holding yourself accountable for things, how can you expect that to translate into the charts? You know, you'll become more emotional, you'll close irrationally, you'll make trades that you aren't supposed to take, more likely to break your rules, or not stick to your analysis. Do you know what I mean? You want to be up to a certain standard with yourself and make sure that you're in check before sizing up. Yeah, what are we coming up to now? 12:50. Oh no, 5:45. So that is what, quarter one. So lunchtime hour is going to be ending soon. I'll check in tomorrow just to see where this trade actually plays out, whether or not it continues up or we come here and then continue down for the rest of the day. I think we got news. Do we have news? I don't know what tabs are open at the moment. I know we got yellow folder and orange folder news. Trump speaking again, and okay, no, it's a bit slow. What are we on, the 14th? Yeah. Alright, yeah, so we got 3 Fed members speaking today, 5, 6, 11. Don't anticipate that to do too much. Like, yeah, orange news is orange news, but it's not massive. Tomorrow, what we're looking at, CPI, Canadian CPI, so maybe not too much movement there as well. Powell speaking on Wednesday. BSC overnight rate. So we got quite a lot of news on Wednesday. Maybe best to stay out of that one. You'll probably see a big expansion on Wednesday, depending on which way we go. Unemployment on Thursday, so maybe Thursday's looking like a nice day to take a trade. Possibly tomorrow. Not too much movement, hopefully. And yeah, obviously Friday's bank holiday, Good Friday, and then we've got Easter Monday as well. So yeah, a bit of a shorter trading week. I might not even take a trade. It's one of those. I might take one. I don't know. I have to see. In terms of my weekly review for last week, I did. What did we do? 2 trades, 1 break even, 1 minus 24 pips. So 2 trades minus 24 pips. Yeah. Not bad, you know what I mean? It's not good, but it's not bad, it's fine. Not a massive loss. It's just a case of winning big when you win, isn't it? What? 24, 39, 63, 69. So that's pretty much wiped out then. But yeah, been a bit of a slow start to the month, really. What, 2, 3 weeks in? No. Yeah, just starting 3rd week. Yeah. So we're getting there. But yeah, it's fine. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy with the trading. Happy with how I'm managing stuff. Last few weeks at work just been completely flat out, so yeah, nothing really major to focus on. Next week I'm going to London, so I'll have a bit more time to look at the charts and actually focus whilst I'm away for my birthday, which will be nice. And yeah, going into the weekly layout, you know, I think we could go a bit higher this week. I think we could fill this in, or at least take one of these highs, this one or this one. There's a bunch of order blocks, but tiny little gap here. So I know that is a long-term target at some point, 6,076, around that range. It's just whether or not this is our move back up, or this is our retracement before a big sell-off. We'll just have to see. Either way, just take it slow, take it easy, stay focused, stay patient, and yeah, it's one of them really. Gold has been making a nice move. I'm pretty happy. I bought some gold in around here for my actual portfolio, just to hold for however long, a good couple of years. You see, it's got a pretty nice track record, so I might just build my ETF holding in gold as a hedge against these bearish markets. But yeah, other than that, not really too much more to talk about. I think I covered everything. 15-minute, let's just get this back on the 15. Yeah, so I'd be expecting this low to get taken. We might even come down here, but you know, yeah, it's one of them. We'll see. Yeah, so instead we've hit this. We've hit this and then traded here. So depending on whether we push up again into this, well, that could be a target on the way back up again. Yeah, I need more information. Basically, I don't know at this point. We'll have to see. But overall, I am anticipating this come down to standard deviation, then pull back up. Yeah, nice one.